Hello, this is Sofranie. I want to welcome you to this amazing paradigm shifting workshop, Breaking Habits That Hold You Back from Success. It's really, really amazing to see you here. And it's amazing because you're going to learn how to shift your paradigm so that you can access success in your life. Okay. And let me ask you, first of all, I want to know, are you someone really that is stuck at the moment in your life and you don't know what to do about it? You're like, okay, I tried and I tried and I tried. It's not working. I don't know why. I don't understand. What do I do wrong? Because I feel like I do great. So what can I do? So this is really what you're gonna learn, okay? How to change. You don't need to stay in this in in this state. You don't deserve it. You deserve to have a beautiful life, right? Why does some people achieve what they want in their life and others don't? These are all questions that I'm going to answer this week, and you will really understand why. Okay, I want to really tell you, first of all, I want to welcome you to this powerful workshop, because I'm going to tell you, stay tuned. Okay, keep go to a very quiet space and really stay calm, confident, take a leap of faith, because everything what I'm going to teach you this week is so powerful. So I'm just asking you to really take a leap of faith and believe that you're at the right place. Okay, because if you're here, it's not by coincidence. It's because there's something inside of you that is knocking on the door. I want to come out. Okay, and this is a beautiful part of yourself. This is a perfection that is inside of you. Okay, and you need to give space to this person that is inside of you, because this person knows exactly how to achieve its goal. This person knows exactly how to achieve whatever it wants in the life, and what you need to know is, because you have kind of viruses that covers this perfection inside of you. They're paradigms. Okay, and these are viruses that covering your perfection of you, and they are in the way to your success. There's a huge gap between where you want to be and where you are. It's in between. There your paradigms. Okay, I want to really tell you that this week, my intention is really to give you clarity on your full potential. This is what I really want you to give you, is a clarity on your own potential, so that you can really start taking action towards what you want to achieve in your life. I'm a success coach, okay? I'm a human development and success coach, sorry, and I'm certified at Bob Proctor and Gallagher. And why I became a mentor is really because I wanted to give more. I wanted to have a positive impact in the world and really help people achieve what they want in their life, really help people to love themselves enough to do one step in front of the other. Okay, it's really what I'm doing is really to develop awareness so that you can achieve your goal, one thought at a time, one action at a time. Okay, so I will be here every day this week for until Friday at noon, 12 o'clock Eastern time. And if you don't have the time to be there 12, you can look at it a bit later. But really, life is always the best option. And I want to tell you, I'm operating from StreamYard. So what I suggest you is really to tell us who you are, where you are, and what's your intention for this week. Okay, I would love to know. I would love to know who you are. Okay, so let me know. This week, every day will be a different subject, and today we will really dig into paradigm. What does it mean? What is paradigms? And why is it so important to talk about paradigms? Okay. But now I want to ask you, have you received your participant guide? Do you have your participant guide? Because if not, I really suggest you to download it. You can find it in your Facebook group. If you're not on Facebook group right now, just go on Facebook group, Breaking the Habits That Hold You Back, okay? And really be there, because all your assignment will be there too. I see that people are coming. It's so amazing to see you. Hello, Lynn. Hello, it's so nice to see you. Oh, let me know who you are. Write your name. Ask, if you have questions, you can ask me all the questions you have. You can also tell us who you are and what's your goal, what you want to achieve, or what's your intention for this week. I would love to know, okay? So use the space. It's private, right? So use this space really at your convenience and ask me the question you have, because I'm here to answer to all of your questions, okay? All right. What I'm really asking you is to really find a quiet space each day during this time, and really, your time is so precious. Okay, your time is so precious, and I know that if you take 1 hour with me every day this week, it's because there's something inside of you that wants to understand, that wants to achieve something in your life. Okay, so give yourself a chance to really be very, very focused on this workshop, because I give so much material. You can really be lost if you don't pay attention. Okay, because what I want, it's one thing to know when you're in your conscious mind, it's another one to know in your subconscious mind, and you will understand why I say that. Okay, because there's so much material I want to show you this week, and you're gonna be, your life can start really to change from this week. Okay, it has the power to really change your paradigms. And when you change only one paradigm, the beauty of it's because of your perception about life, about others, about yourself change. And that's the beauty of it. And once you change your paradigm, nothing, is never coming to you, never to come back in the old state. That's the beauty of it. It's forever. Once you change your paradigm, it's for good. Okay, and that's what you want, because to achieve a goal, you have to understand your results in your life are reflection what's going on inside of you. And if you don't change something inside of you, the outside is not going to change, your result is not going to change. It's really, 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 really true what I say. Okay, all science are saying the same thing. Okay, the science of success is really something. I'm going to teach you the science of success. We will go through the subject this week, I think on Wednesday. I see. Oh, Roxanne, really nice to see you. Oh, yes, Louise, beautiful to see you here. Really, welcome. Okay. Really, I invite you on this platform to really write all the question, okay, that you might have during these 5 days, because I'm here to answer to all of your questions. You have to understand that what I'm going to teach today is 150 years of research on human development and success. Okay. I'm very, very blessed to be here and to coach you, because myself, I was coached by Bob Proctor and by his protege, Arash Vasugi. Okay. So let me tell you, this is the most powerful material that you're going to learn this week with me. Okay, so I want to ask you, I want you to ask yourself now, until now, have your habits, okay, given you the results that you want in your life? If the answer is no, have you ever asked yourself the reason why you haven't yet achieved your goal or the life that you are dreaming to live? Okay. Would you say that, sometimes we're someone that has a huge dream? I was like that before. Okay. I had a really huge dream and a goal in my mind, but I was so afraid to even start. Maybe, I tried over and over and over again to achieve my dream, and I felt like I was knocking my nose on the wall each time I made an action, and I didn't understand why I was stuck. Okay, and the problem is that because after many failed attempts to achieve something that we are really craving to achieve in our life, the problem is sometimes we give up. Okay, because we think that we are not good enough, and that's a problem. Okay? But you don't have to stay that way. Okay? Very often our, doubt make us procrastinate. Is it your case? Is doubt making you procrastinate instead of being in action? Fear also is a big factor that freezes us and prevents us from being in action. When our self-image is in the way to our goal, okay, we tell ourselves that we don't deserve happiness. We don't deserve to the goal that we want to live. We are not good enough. We feel like that, that we don't really deserve it because we did that. We were not good enough. We're too old. We're too fat. We are all kinds of beautiful reason to flagellate ourselves over and over and over and over and over again. Isn't that sad? Okay. Yeah. Because you're so much more. Understand that you're so much more than what you think you are. Okay. And the problem very often, like if I can, yeah, there's a lot of parents and caretaker. Very often they come to me and they don't know what they want in their life. They say, well, I don't know what I want. They feel disconnected to their desires because they passed years and years to care for the desires of the others. And it's normal when you have kids. You want to give them the best life that you can. And it's your job, right? You're responsible for them. But you're also responsible for yourself. And first and most, for yourself, right? You have to understand that if you don't take care about yourself, what kind of an image do you send? What kind of message do you send to your do you give to your children and your family? You know, start by loving yourself and taking action for you to be happy. You deserve it. You're not only a mother, you're not only a worker, you're not only a partner, you're a human being. You're so much more than what you think you are. Okay. I'm going to ask you another question. Are you a high achiever living under constant pressure? Let's say you have success, you really have success, but you find out that you don't have time at all. You're on the burnout of having a burnout. You lose your patience. You get stressed. You're angry. You get anger. Yeah. You don't trust people. Yeah. You always think that nobody is able to do it like you. You never have time for your family, for your loved ones, for what you love to do. You see, sometimes our self-image is in our way to our success. Okay, but we don't understand that. Very often we don't really understand that our self-image is in the way to our success because we feel we are not enough. Okay. It happens to me. I was a very high achiever. I tend to be a very high achiever. Okay. And before, the problem was that I got a huge burnout because I was doing so much. Because what is under the high achievers is very often is the self-image, because we think that we are confident, but are we really? How is your self-image? How is your self-esteem? Really, do you really, really love and trust yourself and your talent? Okay, sometimes you trust our talent, but we don't trust ourselves. Very often we think that we are not good enough, or we are not enough, or that if we don't do so many things, we're going to miss the train. We're going to miss something out. And the truth behind this behavior and in this attitude is our self-image. Okay? It is our self-image. If you recognize yourself in one of these situations, and I guess you are, because you're here, it means that you need to learn to change your paradigms, okay? And learn to love yourself enough and to give yourself a break and stop and think about why you behave that way. Ask yourself, if you're a high achiever, ask yourself why, what fears is behind my overactivities. Oh, What fear is behind my procrastination? Okay. When you really dig into your past, then and you understand why, where it's from, okay, what you have learned from the past, then you're able to change it. If you're not conscious about the reason why you behave that way, or why you talk to yourself that way, why do you have this attitude, it's really because of your past. You have to understand where it's from, because if you don't know where it's from, you don't have the consciousness about it, and you need to be absolutely aware of where it's from before to be able to change it. Okay. Hello, hello everyone. Please write your name so that I know who you are, and tell us where you're from. Would be wonderful. It's really nice to see you all. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. um, there you go. Just a second. I really want to open this. Yes. Okay. Okay, day one. What is paradigm? Okay. Okay, so your paradigm. Look at that. Look at all the area of your life that where your paradigm has an enormous influence over. Is okay, your paradigms, okay, have an enormous influence over how to earn money. The way you earn money, that you have success or not, your paradigms are in charge of it. They have it. Your paradigm has an enormous influence over your perception, how you see the world, but also how you see yourself, how you use the use of time. Do you procrastinate? Do you overachieving? Over your creativity, okay, over your effectiveness, your productivity, your logic. Do you see how much paradigms have effects on us? The influence it has on us, it's enormous, enormous. Okay. If a person, attempt to accomplish something beyond their level of belief, the mind, the things that the mind will quickly and automatically create reason to justify why it can't be done. You have to understand something. Okay. When I say that, it's very, very important to understand. When you say, oh, I would love doing this thing, but, oh, I would love that, but, oh, I would love to go there, but, oh, I would love to become, but, paradigm. Everything that comes after the but is a paradigm. Okay. This is the root, the cause of why you're stuck. Okay. And that's why, when you're not in charge really, really, really of yourself, you let your paradigms being in charge of yourself. Do you understand? I have to really, I'm going to tell you something. It's going to come like a hammer to you, I think. Do you know that we live 94 to 96% of the time on automatic mode? This means, okay, when I say automatic, we live from our programming, our old programming that we have learned years and years ago, and we live through it, and we have this perception that it's the reality, but it's not. It's not. Simply not. Okay. And that's why when we change our paradigms, we really start to change, to be in charge of our life. Okay, we start to be in charge of our life, and we become the master of our life. And that, isn't it beautiful? That's why I fell in love with this program. Before I became a mentor, I was studying this material for 4 years before even to decide to become a mentor myself. Okay, a coach. I fell in love with this material. You don't know how. I was searching. I felt really that I was searching for this material all my life. And when I found it, I was like, I wish I would have found this material sooner, because it changed my life tremendously. And I know it's such a, they say, oh, it changed my life, changed my life everywhere. But it's true. What can I say? It's true. It's true. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. I can tell you that. Okay. My level of confidence. Do you think I would be here if I would not be self-confident? You need to feel to really feel that you're exactly at the right place, that you're really doing what you're supposed to be, that you really live from your purpose. And that's what I want you to really see, and really find out what's your purpose in your life. And we will really work on it today, okay, and in the next days also. Okay, what I was saying is that you really have, when you find out what's your paradigms, you can probably think of one paradigms you have at the moment that prevents you from succeeding or to grow, is really about understanding the why, the why of why of the why of the why. This is how you're going to really become aware of the reason why. And then once you know why, you can move on. Okay? And that's the beauty of it. Okay. And the why, you have to dig in your past. Okay? It's really important to identify the paradigms and the roots, the cause of it, before you can change it. You see, if a person really attempt to accomplish something beyond the level of belief, the mind will quickly, as I said earlier, they will quickly and automatically find reason why it can't be done, and that's why you're stuck. Okay, that's why you work hours and hours and hours. You get tired, you burn out, and you don't know why. It's really important and central to understand that you have to believe you can accomplish your goal and succeed at anything you decide to do. Some people, I was like that before too. I had a lot of success. I'm a former circus artist and singer. And I had a lot of success. I had to refuse job every year, and then I had a very high paid job as an artist, as the highest paid you can be. And I, I was I was there, but in the same time, I felt like I needed to do more, be more, give more, but I didn't know what. I was I was feeling so limited in what I was doing, even if I had a lot of success. Even if I had a lot of success, I wanted more. I wanted more, and I didn't know what to do about it. You know, I was not aware that, in fact, my self confidence was, I thought that my success gave me confidence, but it's not your success. It's going to help for sure, but it's not the real confidence. The real confidence is that you feel confidence even when you fail. That's the confidence. That the self image. That is the self esteem that I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah. Yes. We need to become aware of our thoughts, our actions, our behavior, our habits, because they all are from a programming that has been internalized since our childhood. Okay. Okay. And that's why, that you feel like your results always remain the same year after year. Even if you work hours and you put all your energy, all your money, it's because of your paradigm. If you don't change your paradigms, your results are not going to change. Whatever the hours you put in your work, whatever money you put in your work, if you don't believe, if your paradigms are not aligned with your goal, nothing's going to happen. Telling you. I'm telling you. And why people, some people achieve effortlessly to have the success in their life, it's because they have an unconscious programming, a success programming that is in their subconscious mind. They have learned it, in their childhood, probably passed by their family. That's the only difference between them and you. It's only about their programming, and the programming is your paradigms. And when you decide that you change your paradigms, you're gonna access what you want in your life. Okay. And what is a paradigm? Okay, let's say, okay, I'm gonna change my paradigm, but what is a paradigm? A paradigm is a multitude of habits situated in our subconscious mind. Okay. And this is the programming that I'm referring to. Okay. And we are working with this programming since our childhood. Okay. And the habits, okay, that are sabotaging your results are really the cause here. Not all our paradigms are negative. We have very positive paradigms also, but we have also very negative paradigms that prevents us to succeed. And what I wanted to say earlier about my success, I had a lot of success in my career when I was an artist, but the thing is, I thought that success could come only in my work. Then I was not, if I had success in my work, I could not have success in my relations. And I was very, very sad in my relation. I attracted very toxic people, and I didn't understand why. I didn't understand. It was my programming. And like RuPaul is saying, if you don't love yourself, how do you think that people is going to love you? Yeah, it's true. It's completely true. Yeah. Do you know that 90 to 95% of people, the population, never achieve their results, never achieve their goal in their life, year in, year out. Okay. Think of the area your life affect. Okay. And imagine how shifting your paradigms could increase your life, your income, your happiness, your mindset. When you change your paradigms, your mindset becomes so strong because your self-esteem is changing, your self-image is changing, and your mindset become so strong, so powerful. Okay. All right. So I want to come back on the PowerPoint here. Okay. Ask yourself, is my old story still controlling me? Is my past in the way to my success? Are you aware? Are you aware that the way you see life, all your perception, actually, how you see the life, how you see others, how you see yourself, is part of your programming, is part of the paradigms that are controlling your results and your life. Okay? You have to understand that. It's very, very important to understand. Okay. I have a little story for you that is from a book, U Square. Have you read this book, U Square? It's amazing, very small book, but it's about quantum leap, and it's beautiful. It's about how you can shift your understanding, your awareness. That's going to really help you really open your eyes and change your perception. It's a story of a fly. There's a fly in a room, okay? And she's in a window, a closed window, and she tries over and over and over to come out of the window. She wants to be free. She wants to be free. She's pushing and pushing, and she will put all her time, all of her energy until she dies to try to break the window. But what she doesn't see, the fly, is that there's an open door right beside the window. The door is totally open to the outside, to the freedom. But because she doesn't see it, she continually work and work and work to break the window. Do you think a fly can break a window? Yeah. And that's how we live. Very often we live because our awareness is so limited, because we're not aware that we are functioning, from our paradigms. And I'm telling you again, 92 to 96% of the time we live on an unconscious level. Okay? Yeah. So ask yourself, are your paradigms aligned with your goal, with what you want to achieve? You can really see this story of the fly. It's a beautiful, beautiful book in U Square from Price Pritchett. Okay? And I really recommend you to read it. It's a very small book and powerful book. to understand how you can really shift your results. Okay. Now, when I talk about, your past, your yes, I'm gonna put it a bit smaller. When I'm asking you, are you living from the past, from your, do you think that you're still living from the past? And the answer is yes. Yeah. Yeah, because if we're not aware, if you never, notice where your thoughts and your behavior is from, where it's from. Yes, you don't know for sure, but I want you to understand yourself. I really want you to understand yourself. Okay. Very often we have this voice inside of us. We have this voice, it's like a hamster in a wheel. And it comes over and over again telling us why we cannot achieve what we want in our life, because we're not good enough. We're not intelligent enough. We're not educated enough. We're too fat. We're skinny. We are too old and too young. Yes, these are our paradigms. Okay. It's sad, huh? It's like a continuous auto-flagellation and auto-punishment. Why would you auto-punish yourself, constantly punish yourself for being a human, Uh, and this happens because our paradigms are situated in our subconscious mind. So as it says, the subconscious mind, you're not aware because you don't, it's not conscious. You're not conscious about your programming. And then life passes and you recreate the same thing over and over and over and over again, and you don't understand why. Instead of making a real step towards towards where you want to live, what do you want to do, what you want to be, to give, to have. Okay. There are reasons why you always attract the same kind of persons in your life. Even when you work hard, that you always get the same results. That's why you make a diet. And oh, yes, you lose 10 pounds, but then 1 month after, you regain all the weight and more. This is the reason why you attract people that don't respect you. That's why you're always late. Because we are programmed in a certain way. And until we change our paradigms, nothing is going to change. This is so important to understand. Okay. You have to let go of the past. You have to let go of the past. You are not your past. You are not your parents, and you are not your traumas. Okay. You have to connect with love, with the energy of love that resides inside of you. Okay. You have to forgive yourself for mistakes, for your mistakes, for mistakes of faults of others. You see, it's not about forgiving others. It's because you have to stop being angry, stop being resentful. Okay. Because when you are resentful about something that happened 20 years ago, do you see that it should not have any impact in your presence? Because it's like it's like you would put a very hot, you would put your body on in a stove, and and you burn yourself. It's the same because because we become what we think about. Do you understand the power of your thoughts? Because your thought sets you in a vibration, okay? And a vibration dictates what you attract. This is the law of attraction that I'm talking about, okay? It's also referring to the law of vibration and cause and effect. What you send to the universe always come back in a form or another form, but always come back, okay? It's very important um, to forgive, because we don't want to live, we don't deserve to live from the pain and the sadness and the trauma that we lived in the past. We deserve so much more. Don't you think it's about time to love yourself and to send yourself love? Yeah. Because what you think about in connection with your feeling enters in your subconscious mind. And once it enters into your subconscious mind, you start to behaving in a certain way, you see. I will really teach you really step by step what I'm saying now. I know these are very complex. It's very complex to really understand what I mean, but I really want you to understand. So really, I urge you to be here every day to really understand what I mean, because this has the power to really change your life. And I'm absolutely truthful and totally, it's true. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And the more you change your paradigms, the thing is that the more you enter in harmony with the love universe, and the more your level of vibration will grow, and the more you will start to track what you want. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's go to another. There you go. Here. So you see, if you don't take control of your paradigms will control you. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Okay. And you really deserve so much more than that. Okay. Okay. You have to tell yourself, okay, that now you're the sum of all the great things and the bad thing that happen in your life. You're the sum of it. Okay. And what you do from now on, you decide. You are in charge. And what you do now in your present life is determining your future. It sounds very simple what I say, but it's so important to understand. So important to understand, because you have so much more power than you think in your life. And it's really, I'm gonna stop this image. It's really, by changing your paradigm one by one, okay, not 50 at a time, one by one, that you're gonna really change yourself. You're gonna really master your life. Okay, but you have to believe that you can. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is there a question? You can really use this platform to ask me questions, because I'm absolutely here to answer all your questions. And don't be afraid to ask questions, because if you ask yourself a question, you can really tell yourself that a lot of people have the same question. And if you are not comfortable to ask the question here on this platform, you can email me, okay? Email me, and or take an appointment with me. I'm going to be happy to answer to you. Okay. Yeah. So now you understand, okay, why we behave in a certain way, why we procrastinate, okay, why most of us always do things that we don't really want to do, why we sabotage ourselves. Think about the time that you set an intention to do something that you know that your life would be so much better, only to continue doing what you've been doing all along. And you know what I'm talking about. It happens all the time. Okay. To all of us. Yeah. Until, the the big difference is that now you understand what's going on. Okay. There's a knowing doing gap inside of us. There's an enormous difference between what we know and what we actually do. You see? You can improve your life without any other classes, actually, just by starting to act on what you know. Your performance will be so great if you just start to act on what you know. You can have so much greater results in your life. As Bob Proctor always said, change is inevitable, but growth is a choice. I love this quote. I love this quote. Is there? Oh, I see there's something. Yeah, how can you tell the difference between a limiting paradigm versus a paradigm? Oh, that's a good question. Okay, a limiting paradigm is something that is very, very, very comfortable. Okay, and when you watch TV, when you watch TV 5 hours a day, do you think it's a positive paradigm? These are habits. Okay, you will find your limiting paradigms in your habits, in your negative habits. Okay, it's if you feel stuck, if you feel a constriction, it's because it's a limiting belief. When you don't believe in yourself, these are paradigms, these are limiting paradigms, because these limiting beliefs will stop you, will really are in the way to your success, to what you want to achieve. Okay, each time you say, okay, I'm going to train, and finally, oh, I will go tomorrow. This is limiting beliefs, the limiting paradigms. And a positive paradigms is, for example, your mother told you to always trust your intuition. And so you live trusting your intuition, and you live from, when you wonder about something, you ask your intuition, you listen to your little voice, because you have learned to use it. These are superpowers that we are learning or not. Most of the time we don't learn it. But I want to just give you the difference between a negative and a positive paradigms. I hope this answer your question. Yeah. It's very, very it's really about how you feel. Okay, for example, there's people that constantly shop online, and yeah, you have to ask yourself, if it's something to give yourself a gift with happiness and joy in this. And when shopping becomes a feeling of fulfilling a void inside of you, you know the difference. So you see your paradigm. Your paradigm is in the way. When you feel stress, you start to eat. When you're stressed, you start to procrastinate. When you're stressed, you start to. These are all paradigms. It's kind of habits. Paradigms is a multitude of habits. Okay, that prevents you to achieve the life you want. Okay. As I told you before, we get stuck in our life because we are controlled by our paradigms. And paradigms has been learned long ago by our family, by society, by outside circumstances, like COVID. It's a word that everybody is so tired to hear about. But do you see how the circumstances affected our life? It's amazing how it changed our life. Yes. Yeah, it's a when a circumstance happen, circumstance, we don't have power over it. And that's the thing, why we should not care about it. We should not really care so much about circumstances. We should really think about, when there's a circumstance, the power we have on is how we behave, how we think, and how we act. The only power you will ever have in your life is your thoughts and your action. Okay, and the only window of time you have power over your life is in the 24 hours you're in. You don't have the power of your past, you don't have the power of your future. The power you have from your past is decide now to not think about it, to not enter in an emotional state, from your past. And the power you have today is making actions and changing your thoughts that are aligned with what you want to have or be or do or give. Okay. All right. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your question. I'm always here to answer your question. It's beautiful. Okay. Very often we say, oh, I would love to do that, but I don't have time. There's no such a thing. We all have the same time. The only power we have is our activities. And ask yourself in your days, how you pass your time, which activities you accept. Do you know that you can accept, reject, or ignore anything that comes into your conscious mind? You have to start living from your goal, for what you want. Okay, you really have to establish new standards for yourself, to not accept anything that is not in your standards, because you deserve so much more than how you treat yourself. For sure that you have success or not, okay, there's always a space for growth. I study on myself since years. I can tell you my thought have changed tremendously. This hamster that, you know, it never come again. It comes at certain moment when I'm about to quantum leap, or when I'm about to make an important decision, and I recognize them immediately, and I change my thoughts immediately. But the thing is that instead of waking up in the morning with the why did I didn't do this, why did I say that, or something, someone did something, why did someone did something to me 10 years ago, I don't think about this anymore. Okay, if I have a problem with someone, I send him love, I send her love, and I continue my day. That's it. I have no time to lose, no energy to lose with anything that is not aligned with my goal, with my standards, with my self-image. Okay, yeah, you really have to discover your sabotaging behavior that keeps you from getting what you want. Okay, because once you do, your life really start to shift. I'm going to give you homework that's going to help you find your limiting paradigms. Okay, and I really encourage you to do it. Take really this week to really give yourself all what you can to really learn about yourself, to know who you are, with all the aspect of who you are, with the good and the bad. Okay, because when you're aware, you can act on it. If you're not aware, you cannot do anything. Oh, time passed very fast. Yes, our habit and action cause the results that we do not want. Okay, and we are creature of habits. We are really creature of habits. We are, we are conscious about our thoughts, our behavior, and action only 2 to 4% of the time. Yeah. So we have to become, our job as human beings is to start being aware of a autopilot. Okay. We have to develop awareness. Okay. You have to notice your behavior, to notice your thoughts. And then how do you replace your paradigm is by, for example, changing the thought by a positive thought. And this is the homework I'm going to give you. Okay. You see, this is why we continually do what we don't want to do and get results that we don't want. It's because we behave a certain way and we think in a certain way that don't serve you. Okay. I want to show you. We'll come back here. Yes, you will literally live like robot 95% of the time. I know it's is a cute robot. It can be shocking, but it's the truth. Okay. And why would we let this unconscious part of ourself run our life? You can decide what you can. Okay, you can really make a decision to change your paradigms. You can really make a decision to replace your old programming by a brand new programming that is really gonna serve you. Okay, this is the lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, I really want to help you this week to really transform your paradigm so that you can, because you have to understand, we are only in April, and the decision you can make until December 2023, you can change your results. You have the power to live the life you want. You have this power by changing your paradigms one at a time. Okay? You have to understand the perception you have over your capacity and over your own potential is very limited by your paradigms. Okay? Okay. And how you change your paradigms? There's two ways to change your paradigms. The first way is via shocking events like the COVID. Okay? But it's something we don't wish to. Okay, you don't need to have a shock to change. We should not need a shock to change. We don't need to go in the bottom of the bottom to change. The great way to change is by repetition with feeling, and we will come back on this subject in the next days. Okay, because you will really learn precisely how to change your paradigms. I'm going to give you a homework right now to finish this beautiful session. And I would like you to use your paradigm, your participant guide, okay? And write, really work in it. Write your thought, write what you learn, write your question, okay? And you can make your homework also in this document. You can print it or you can just answer online, okay? I really want you to discover what's holding you back, okay, to really what is to identify your inner saboteur. Okay, so your homework, I will post it in your group, and I'm going to tell you right now for people that are not in this group. Okay, identify 5 limiting beliefs that you're currently holding onto that prevents you from manifesting your full potential. For example, I lack a formal education, and because of it, I cannot succeed. This is a very good example of a limiting belief. Okay. And once you have written 5 limiting beliefs, I want you to identify what would be the opposite of this belief. Okay. What belief would support you in your dream? For example, because I didn't spend years in college, I've gained many life experience that given me the knowledge to succeed. You see what I mean? This is how you change your paradigms. Okay. Okay. Because once we raise our level of awareness by identifying our patterns that prevents our growth, we freeing ourselves, making adjustment and correction one step at a time that are necessary to move us towards our goal. Okay. And the beauty, I'm saying again, once you change your paradigms, then there's no going back. It's really a beautiful thing. Tomorrow we'll talk about your goals and how to achieve it. Okay. You have to know that you're exactly where you need to be today. Okay. And I'm asking you to really take this masterclass absolutely very seriously. And this information, because it has the power to build your dream. But take a leap of faith and step into the new life. Okay. That because you have the power to become whoever you want for 2023. So I really will give you all the knowledge that you need to succeed. Okay. Because when I do that, I serve my purpose in my life. All right. So 5 limiting beliefs that prevents you to achieve your goal. And what is the opposite? The 5 beliefs that support the opposite of your paradigm. And the 5 limiting beliefs, I want you to write it and to burn it or to shred it. Okay. And let it go. Let go of the past and welcome your new behavior, your new thoughts, your new action, your new beliefs in you. Okay. Is there any question before we leave? Stay tuned because tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time, maybe it's 6 o'clock in Europe. So I will be here talking to you about goals. Okay, to really, if you don't know, you will find what you really, really want to live, and if you know already, how to achieve it. Okay, this is Sofranie, your success coach. I send you my love, and I wish you an amazing, powerful, atomic day. Okay, and I'll see you tomorrow. And if it's not done, really download your paradigm guide, and if you have question, I will post all my information that you can contact me or take appointment with me. This is Sofranie. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.